annual Drama League Awards, celebrating artists, innovation, and heroes of the American theater. Please welcome the artistic and executive directors of the Drama League, Gabriel Stellian-Shanks and Bevan Ross.
Welcome to the Drama League Awards, everyone. We are thrilled to be in person and vaccinated here at the Drama League Theater Center in New York City, our home for the artists and audiences we serve.
And we wish we were with all of you too. Over the past year, the Drama League has pivoted to many firsts. Our first online programs for stage directors across America, our first online play workshops, and even our annual festival, Director Fest, which will be streamed live for the first time ever in June.
We've been open and active this year, supporting out-of-work directors and their families with emergency funds to buy food and medical care.
And now we're here to celebrate the extraordinary accomplishments of those who continued to create during the pandemic, making breathtaking plays, musicals, and hybrid works online or in socially distanced environments.
We've never been prouder to be a part of the theater community, especially as it reckons with injustice, social inequity, racism, transphobia, and gender discrimination. Tonight, we'll honor some of our heroes: the trailblazing director Liesl Tommy, the art supporters Iris Smith and Richard and Demi Weitz, and the incredible colleagues at the Actors Fund.
For this unique year, the Drama League also established 5 awards to recognize the extraordinary achievements of theater artists in 2020. Tonight, you'll see nominees and winners in these categories. Funds raised tonight will support the survival and future of artists. Full stop. All donations raised during this ceremony will not only provide basic services, but essential programs supporting them as they return to stages and begin reawakening theaters across America.
By donating this evening, you will help the next generation of theater practitioners continue to create the great plays, musicals, films, television, and digital productions we love. Every donation makes an impact.
Thank you for celebrating the theater with us at the Drama League Awards. We look forward to seeing you at the theater very, very soon.
Nominated by the over 400 alumni of the Drama League Directors Project and voted upon by Drama League members worldwide, tonight we begin by honoring the recipient of the 2021 Unique Contribution to the Theater Award.
Hello everyone. On behalf of all of us at the Actors Fund, we'd like to say thank you.
During this trying and unprecedented year, your generosity has made a tremendous impact.
Your support helps provide vital services that promote stability and resiliency and provide a safety net to thousands of performing arts and entertainment professionals nationwide.
This year, our online programming reached even more people across the country, and our COVID financial assistance helped clients in all 50 states and Puerto Rico.
We have continued to care for the senior members of our community by providing over 10,000 wellness calls and providing grocery deliveries and medical resources.
Throughout our housing, healthcare, career, financial wellness, and social service departments, we've created programs and services to help entertainment professionals navigate and respond to the pandemic.
And to help the performing arts community face challenges with their health insurance, we hired additional health benefits specialists to meet their insurance counseling and enrollment needs.
All of these programs and many more were made possible through your generosity.
Together, we are helping to ensure that those who contribute so much to our country's cultural vibrancy are supported, valued, and economically secure.
We couldn't do this without you. Thank you for supporting a life in the arts and helping so many people.
And now, the nominees for Outstanding Digital Concert Production. The nominees are Breathing Free, a visual album. Myths and Hymns, Chapters 1 and 2. Ratatouille, the TikTok musical. And Take Me to the World, a Sondheim 90th birthday celebration. And the Drama League Award goes to Take Me to the World, a Sondheim 90th birthday celebration.
Hi, I'm Raul Esparza.
I'm Bill Curran.
I'm Paul Wontorek.
And we just want to say thank you for this incredible honor. About a few weeks into the pandemic last year, it was Stephen Sondheim's 90th birthday on March 22nd, 2020. And we were sitting around in our homes thinking there's no way that Broadway is not going to celebrate this extraordinary legend. So we dreamed up this crazy idea that we would make a virtual concert. We had no idea what we were taking on. The time was right and the time was painful and it exploded. And we are so grateful for the experience that we got to have. I want to thank Steve for giving us his blessing and for supporting the whole project. And I want to thank all of the artists who got involved with us and were willing to make the biggest self-tape in Broadway history. I want to thank Mary Mitchell Campbell especially, who can't be here with us today. This project was to support her organization, A-STEP, Artists Striving to End Poverty. And with the monies that were raised from this show, over 1,000 families were fed here in New York City, and art supplies and education were given to some of the neediest families here that were hit by the pandemic. There were 37 musicians involved in creating this show. We want to thank them. We want to thank Michael Kreuter and his spectacular expertise in making us sound like a gazillion bucks.
I wanted to give a shout out to Tug Rice for his beautiful illustrations and Ryan Casey for your animation and graphics, and a spectacular team of video editors, Jim Cogliato, Alexander Goico, Nick Chakra, Mike Carnes at Marathon Digital, and Ryan Simmons. And also, special thanks to John Gore and everyone at Broadway.com for the support.
And another extra special thanks to Jeff Romley, Rick Pappas, Michael Rose, and Karen Reinhart, and to you all, our major Sondheim fans, new and old.
Yeah, you guys are the ones that really lifted this thing beyond everything we dreamed of at home into something so much bigger than we could have ever thought of. The biggest thanks of all, of course, again, to Stephen Sondheim for your music, for your art, and for the gift you gave us in a really, really bad time of making something very beautiful. Thanks you guys for this honor.
Thank you, Drama League.
Thank you, Drama League.
Thank you to our national and international viewers joining us in celebration this year. While we've been based in New York City for over a century, we work across the United States to bring extraordinary directors to every community. Drama League directors create thrilling stage productions across America and in Europe, Africa, Asia, South America, and Australia. They're also behind films, television shows, and digital projects loved across the globe. No matter where you are tuning in from today, chances are you have seen the creative work of Drama League directors. For more information about our programs for artists, to become a member, and to support the growth of the American theater, please visit dramaleague.org. Next up, the recipients of the Drama League Award for Distinguished Achievement in Musical Theater.
Hi, I'm Richard Weitz.
I'm Demi Weitz, and we are actually here at the New Amsterdam Theater on Broadway, which is so magical, but also so empty.
I know, it's incredible to be here, and we are so excited to be the recipients of the 2021 Distinguished Achievement in Musical Theater. This is crazy. Who would have thought that an idea that started out for Demi's 17th birthday would result in raising over $22 million for over 44 charities, and $3 million of those dollars have gone directly to your community, the Broadway community, via the great Broadway Cares.
But the real heroes during this pandemic are not us, but it's the stagehands, everyone behind the scenes, the actors, the costumers, ushers, everyone who contributes to Broadway and all the production. We love you guys, you're shining stars. We are so honored to have done stuff alongside you guys.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. As somebody who works in Hollywood, I have to say it warms my heart to be able to receive this incredible Drama League honor by the theater community. Since I was a young boy, I've loved and had a passion for the theater. All that you guys do to brighten the lives of the world with singing and dancing needs to come back. We need to be uplifted again. We need Broadway to come back. We need the theater to come back. And I wanted to say, Demi, thank you for being who you are. I mean, when most teenagers want to avoid their parents, you've actually acknowledged that you love your dad and actually want to hang out with me. Your new knowledge of the theater, the actors of history, and allowing me to listen to Broadway songs in the house is such a huge plus. I mean, I know you love Dear Evan Hansen, but I do like, you know, some other stuff. A little Phantom, Les Mis, sometimes Rent, but thank you for allowing me to play that.
I love Rent. I love everything, and I love you especially. So this has been such a dream we're living, and to receive this award is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, so our biggest shout out is to the artists who are always there first to help when there's any sort of need. You guys know that. All you had to do was ask and you would say yes. You have all stepped up.
Steps up.
Always to help other folks in the theater world. I can't say thank you enough. And I also wanted to congratulate Liesl Tommy and our dear friend Iris Smith and all of her friends at the Actors Fund. You truly deserve this recognition. And Demi, this is an incredible honor, and you deserve it, and I love you, and thank you guys for acknowledging us.
I love you. I'm so proud of you, Dad.
Proud of you, too.
Among the Drama League's many services to the theater community is New Visions, New Voices, the only after-school program in the United States to exclusively focus on sharing directing techniques with high school students. Join us on May 26th to be inspired by 11 brand new filmed theater pieces, written and directed by the next generation of theater makers. RSVP at dramaleague.org. To present the first ever Gratitude Award, recognizing generosity of spirit in the theater community, please welcome Grammy Award winner, Gloria Estefan.
Hi everyone, I'm Gloria Estefan, and I am thrilled and honored to be here for the 87th Annual Drama League Awards, very especially because there's a first that's going to happen. One of my best friends, Iris Smith, is receiving the Honorary Gratitude Award, the first time it's ever been given, for her generosity of spirit. And I can attest to the fact that Iris is the most generous human being that I know. Not only is she an incredible Broadway producer and brings her ardent love for theater and puts her money where her mouth is, supporting theater in every way that she can, but to her friends, she is a godsend. To her family, she is their biggest supporter. To her friends' families, she's an amazing supporter. She's so philanthropic. She gives so much to so many through so many different organizations that really it's pretty difficult to tell you all of her achievement in this time that I have to introduce her. But this is going to tell you how much I personally love Iris. There's no gift that I could give her that I feel would be adequate in expressing the love and appreciation I have for all the help that she's given us with our foundation. She was responsible, particularly this year during the pandemic, in helping us fund meals to first responders all over the city for 2 months when our restaurants were closed down. Whenever there's a need, Iris says, I'm there, and what can I do to help? So to thank her, my daughter Emily and I took the only original song written for our production of On Your Feet on Broadway, and we rewrote the lyrics and made a little video for her in some way to thank her for all the amazing things that she's done for so many people and to show how much we love Iris. So we would like to share that with you tonight because the lyrics will tell you succinctly how much we love Iris and how much she deserves this amazing award that you are recognizing her with tonight. So with no further ado, I present to you, If I Never Got to Tell You, Iris Smith. We love you. Congratulations. We love you, Iris.
If we never got to tell you, there's no way we could be prouder of the life that you've created, all the kindness you have shown. If we never got to tell you,
there's no one like you,
I will say it ever louder.
From the first day you were
in our lives, you've been a blessing, and we need you to know
you're an inspiration.
The way that you spread so much love in the world and shine your light on everyone around you. You're one of a kind. We're so lucky to have found a friend like you. So we're no longer waiting, 'cause it's about time we say it. No matter how you downplay it, the world's better off 'cause you're around. And it's about time you know it. So this is the way we'll show it. This song is for you from both our hearts.
If we never got to tell you, you create such special moments, unforgettable and priceless, full of love and happiness. If we never got to tell you,
we love you so,
there is nothing we can buy,
nothing in existence
that could represent our feelings, truly show our thankfulness. I wish that we had all the time in the world to let you know the reason that we love you. There aren't enough words that could faithfully describe your specialness. And we're no longer waiting, 'cause it's about time we say it. No matter how you downplay it, the world's better off 'cause you're around. And it's about time you know it. So this is a way we'll show it. This song is for you from both our hearts.
If we never got to tell you,
if we never got to tell,
even in our darkest moment, you have put your arms around us, eased our sadness with your love.
If we never got to tell you,
I hope you know
we are friends that you can count on.
We will always be here for
whenever you may need us. We'll be there to help you through.
However much time we have left in this world, we'll try to show how much we really love you. Of all that you give, the most precious is to have the gift of you. So we're no longer waiting, 'cause it's about time we say it. No matter how you downplay it, the world's better off 'cause you're around.
If I never got to tell you, you will never understand me. I love you.
The next award, Outstanding Audio Theater Production, boasts nominees who were a gift to our ears during 2020. The nominees are Chonburi International Hotel and Butterfly Club, GOAT, Outtakes, Prime, a practical breviary, and Tiger Style. And the Drama League Award goes to Chonburi International Hotel and Butterfly Club.
Thank you so much, Drama League, for this incredible honor. It was a blessing enough to be able to bring this play to the world during a time when the fate of theater was so unknown. And it is so meaningful to receive this recognition from you all at the Drama League. I owe so much of my career to the Drama League, to my life in New York City, to the Drama League. I remember when I had just received the Drama League Directors Project Fellowship in 2011, and I was out for coffee with Gabriel Shanks. And I told him that I was worried that if I came to New York City and I moved here and attempted to pursue a career here, that I would have to transition. And I had been out as trans, to myself and to my closest friends and family, but I didn't know how to make that leap professionally in the theater community and starting a whole new life here in the city. And Gabriel, you said to me, Shakina, if you jump, New York will catch you. And the Drama League has always been there to catch me, not only through the Directors Project, but also the Beatrice Terry Residency, which is where this play was birthed. I am so grateful to the Drama League, and I have a bunch of people to thank, without whom this play would never have made it this far. First and foremost, I want to thank our director, Laura Savia, who spotted the play at an early reading at Playwrights Horizons. It was actually the Beatrice Terry Residency with final showing, and brought it to Mandy Greenfield at Williamstown Theater Festival. And so thank you, Mandy and Laura. And then when we had to face the inevitable truth that the world premiere production would not happen last summer, Mandy brought this play and the rest of the Williamstown season to Kate Nevin and Audible Theater. And I'm so grateful to Kate for seeing the potential in this piece to exist in audio format. And then to Joanna Fang, who is our sound designer and Foley artist, and she really created the entire oral landscape of this play. And Rio Rakashan, who was our cultural competency coordinator on the piece. I talk a lot in my work about the importance of trans representation, but in creating a play that seeks to explore the relationships between trans women going to Thailand for gender confirmation and the people in Thailand who have to deal with those trans women, it was important to me that we also understand the elements of Asian and Asian American representation at stake in the play. And, to that end, I want to say that this year in particular, it's so meaningful to be receiving this recognition because, around the country, there are so many laws being passed to discriminate against trans people, and we so desperately need to see stories where trans people are thriving and celebrating each other in community. And this play does that. And I can't wait for this play to be seen, not just heard, and for these people, these characters to be seen, not just heard. This play is meant to be a love letter to the American theater, and I hope that it's continues to be received with the grace with which it's been offered. We have yet to see a play written by a transgender playwright on Broadway, and I hope that Chonburi International Hotel and Butterfly Club can be the first. I just want to thank a few more people who were really influential in getting this piece off the ground and out of my head and onto the page. First and foremost, Rachel Jett at the National Theatre Institute at the Eugene O'Neill Theatre Center for gifting me the space to write and the students to hear my play with. And also Daryl Roth and Tom Vertel, two of the earliest supporters of the play, who helped me put up that first reading at Playwrights Horizons, and Natasha Sinha and the Beehive Dramaturgy Studio, who worked with me on countless drafts, really. Chambori International Hotel and Butterfly Club has a cast of 13. It's an ambitious play for a first-time playwright. 9 of those actors are actors of trans experience. Without further ado, please meet some more folks.
Hi, I'm Laura Savia, and I directed Chambori International Hotel and Butterfly Club.
Annie Golden here. I play Lisa.
I'm Kate Bornstein. I play Sivan.
This is Ivory Aquino. I play Ohm.
I'm Jason Tam, and I play Duan.
Hi, I'm Liz Lark Brown. I play Tamar.
I'm Bianca Lee, and I play Jerry.
I'm Dana Aliyah Levinson, and I play Dinah.
I'm Puya Mohseni, and I play Bernice.
I'm Sami Figueredo, and I played Jake.
I'm Tyler Leong, and I played Gamon.
Hi, I'm Joanna Feng, and I was the sound designer and Foley artist.
Thank you, Drama League. Kapkunka.
Thanks, Drama League.
Thank you, Drama League.
Thank you so much, Drama League.
Thank you, Drama League.
Thank you, Drama League.
Thank you, Drama League.
Thank you to the Drama League, and congratulations to everyone on the team.
Thank you, Drama League.
Thanks, Drama League.
Thank you, Drama League.
Thank you, Drama League.
Thank you, Drama League. Rock on.
Each year, the Drama League presents the most exciting rising directors in America. But in 2021, for the first time in history, these new productions will be broadcast worldwide. Beginning June 7th and featuring the work of directors Christina Angeles, Signe V. Haraday, Kate Robinson, and Taylor Haven Holt, Director Fest comes to you. See the future of theater today by reserving your free tickets at directorfest.org. Even during the pandemic, theater makers found ways to keep us connected and bring us together. The nominees for Outstanding Interactive or Socially Distanced Theater are American Dreams, Carla's Quince, Fort Worth Lynching Tour, honoring the memory of Mr. Fred Rouse, Package Play, Seven Deadly Sins, A Thousand Ways, Part 1, and Wild Time. And the Drama League Award goes to Seven Deadly Sins.
Thank you very much to the Drama League for this extraordinary honor. Miami New Drama was created to be a theater for the 21st century, to be as diverse, multicultural, and multilingual as our community is now and as our nation will be in the future. We believe that theater should not only be part of the national conversation, but that it should help lead it. I want to congratulate the 7 brilliant playwrights who all came together with one goal in mind: to keep the spirits and hope of our community alive and show the resilience and the power of theater. Hilary Bettis, Nilo Cruz, Moises Kaufman, Rogelio Martinez, Dale Orlando Smith, Carmen Peláez, and Oren Squire. Seven Deadly Sins was our attempt at keeping the flame alive, as our theatrical ancestors have done before us in moments of societal hardship. It took more than a village. It took an entire city to get this done.
Thank you to everyone who played a role in making this production possible. Actors Equity Association, 1111 Lincoln Road, and the Roth family who generously opened their doors to us, the Lincoln Road Business Improvement District, Miami-Dade County Department of Cultural Affairs, Knight Foundation, the Jorge Perez Family Foundation, and of course, the city of Miami Beach, an amazingly resilient city with visionary leadership that understands the power of arts and culture to build communities. Seven Deadly Sins was conceived in one creative mind, but it took an army to bring it to life. Over 100 inspiring theater professionals worked tirelessly over the better part of a year to make the dream a reality. That's the story of Seven Deadly Sins.
A story of resilience
and fearlessness and dedication to craft.
A story that is told every day in regional theaters across this country.
Thank you for seeing us
and recognizing those efforts.
In a year that has shown us that there are so many creative and groundbreaking theater companies across the country.
And for being part of them.
We are so grateful for this honor and share it with everyone who made Seven Deadly Sins a huge success.
Thank you!
As an organization committed to lifelong support of directors, each year, the Drama League celebrates their incredible accomplishments with the Founders Award for Excellence in Directing. We are proud to celebrate the 2021 recipient, Liesl Tommy. The joyful explosion of digital and online theater during the past year not only created extraordinary productions, but entire groups of them, made by an umbrella of artists working in harmony. The nominees for Outstanding Digital Theater, Collection, or Festival are One Move, designed by AFO Solo Shorts, Round 1 and 2. The Manic Monologues. The work of Adrian Kennedy, Inspiration and Influence. Theater in Quarantine. And the Drama League Award goes to Theater in Quarantine.
It is so surreal to accept this award as we find ourselves finally on the brink of reopening. We started Theater in Quarantine about a week and a half after all the theaters shut down, and a closet measuring 8 square feet seemed about as good as we could get. Well, who'd have thought that in a little over a year we'd managed to live stream over 20 different evenings of work in collaboration with over 70 different artists.
So thank you and congrats to our fellow nominees who gave a platform to so many artists at a moment where it seemed almost impossible. We wouldn't have been able to do it ourselves if not for 8 intrepid organizations. Thank you to the Invisible Dog Arts Center, to Theater Me Too, La Mama Experimental Theater Club, Culture Hub, the Mental Insight Foundation, Cultural DC, the Lower Manhattan Cultural Council, and New George's, without whose support we could have not created the breadth of work that we have.
Thank you to our Theater in Quarantine team, creative producer Morgan Lindsay Tashko, our social media manager Brian Bowes, and John Wisniewski at Everyman Agency. And thank you to our donors and our subscribers who helped us grow and expand.
And thank you also to the over 70,000 people who tuned in to watch our live performances, which for a closet moonlighting as an off-Broadway theater isn't so bad.
This project came about after a week and a half of being trapped alone in my apartment. It was and always has been a means of battling loneliness and isolation. I mean, the Zoom boxes and apartments and houses that we've all been trapped in. But by constantly pushing against the physical limitations of this space, we were able to open a virtual door into my home when material doors remained closed. And we realized, ultimately, this wasn't just a project about limitation, but about imagination and possibility.
And so now that theaters are reopening again, it's hard to know what's in store for us as a company. But we do hope to continue to learn from the lessons of the past year. There has been something so exciting about the accessibility of digital work and remote collaboration, and we're hoping that this work can not only continue, as theaters reopen, but that it can grow and expand to include more collaborators and performers, more spaces, and even in-person audiences.
Digital theater isn't going away. And to everyone who's passed through this virtual door and joined our family along the way, to our collaborators, to our audiences, and to the Drama League voters, we thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to all of the Drama League members and supporters who've gathered for these awards. Your support makes the award-winning fellowships, residencies, and education opportunities we provide possible. Every donation helps advance the careers of directors, develop their artistry, and create extraordinary theater for audiences around the world. Please consider making a donation tonight at dramaleague.org. Thank you for joining us and celebrating the outstanding talent of our community together. From New York to North Carolina, from Chicago to Kentucky, here are the 12 superb online productions nominated in the category of Outstanding Digital Theater Individual Production. Belly of the Beast. Circle Jerk. Disclaimer. Don't stay safe. Duchess, Duchess, Duchess. The Great Work Begins. Scenes from Angels in America. Grimm's Fairy Tales. Heroes of the Fourth Turning. Last Gasp. The Last 5 Years. What Do They Call Us? Where Did We Sit on the Bus? And the Drama League Award goes to The Great Work Begins, Scenes from Angels in America.
I'm so thrilled to accept this Drama League Award on behalf of AmFAR and everyone involved in this extraordinary project. It's a great and unexpected honor. This reprise of Tony Kushner's tour de force about AIDS made perfect sense in the context of a deadly new pandemic and a global lockdown that suddenly put live performance out of reach. And as the idea evolved with Tony's gracious support and encouragement, we were overwhelmed by the positive response from the theater community. Some of America's finest stage actors stepped up to donate their time and talents. Each of them was forced to improvise, filming themselves with iPhones, isolated in homes and hideaways from Montana to London to New York. Our staff and crew had to overcome complex technical and logistical hurdles to stitch the footage together into a seamless whole. The result was and is pure theatrical magic, and this award is theirs. On behalf of AmFAR, I'd like to thank our director, Ellie Heyman, the cast, Glenn Close, Paul Dano, Linda Edmond, Jeremy O. Harris, Brian Tyree Henry, Nikki M. James, Laura Linney, Vella Lavelle, Patty Lapone, Esapetha Murkison, Larry Owens, Andrew Reynolds, Daphne Rubin Vega, Lois Smith, and Brandon Uranowitz. Alan Cumming, Whoopi Goldberg, and Jake Gyllenhaal for their special appearances in support of the AmFAR Fund to fight COVID-19. All of the crew and staff at AmFAR who put in countless hours to bring this production to life. And Ellie Canna, Tanamora Foundation, Broadway.com, Open Reel for their generous support. And to Tony Kushner, whose words once again brought light to a world with too much darkness. We are all enormously grateful. Finally, I'd like to dedicate this award To the AmFAR-funded scientists who quietly and selflessly switched gears in early 2020 and worked all hours of the day and night to develop COVID tests, vaccines, and therapies. To the 32 million people who have died of AIDS-related causes, and to the 38 million who are living with HIV today. Thank you so much for this wonderful award. And now, our director, Ellie Heyman.
Thank you, Drama League. This is a huge honor. It's incredible to think about how far we've come since just 1 year ago when we were completely shut down as an industry. And I reached out to AmFAR to do a reading of Angels in America to benefit COVID research because I couldn't get Tony Kushner's words of persevering through a plague out of my head. Thank you, AmFAR, for your support of this ambitious project. And thank you, artists who generously volunteered your time and stretched well beyond your comfort zone to make this happen. That includes those who helped dream it up, those who filmed remotely on iPhones, and those who figured out how filming remotely on iPhones is even a thing. I would like to thank our incredible, over-the-moon, wild, amazing dream cast and the human beings behind the scenes, including Eleanor Regan, Joanna Mulefordter, Ellis Ludwig-Leone, Paul Tate-Depew III, Taylor Williams, Kevin Loney, Justin Zweifach, Christopher Ashe, Aoife Hawk, Ashlyn Hatch, Morgan Riley, Olivia Peebles, TVD Media, and many more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And finally, and especially, I'd like to thank the prophetic Tony Kushner, whose creative generosity is boundless. Thank you for your words, which brought comfort and context and catharsis in a truly strange and difficult time. The fight to defeat both AIDS and COVID continues. Thank you all. More life.
Thank you for attending the Drama League Awards. Join our efforts to reopen stages across America at dramaleague.org. Good night, and we'll see you at the theater.